It's King Boi. Why am I doing this? Hello there, fellow My Hero Academia fans. Today we are going back into the world of Kings Boi secrets, and my hand hurts from doing that stupid skit. And this time we're going to be looking at Season 2, the one where I call Fun Times. This isn't Funarf. And again, I don't know if I said this in the previous secrets video, but this will be based off of memory because this has been a long time. Look at how long it's been. By the time of this video, 5 years. How did this video get 123 views? So without further ado, let's get right into the news. That was stupid, get on with it.
Just leaving? You didn't touch anything, did you?
You're on fire, aren't you, Godzilla? Yes. Oh my god.
Alright, so right from the get-go, I have no idea what I was thinking. or what even to say about this one. It really doesn't have much aside from appearances of some new characters like the Three Gojis, Ghidorah, Mothra, and Stay Puft. But other than that, I can't really say much about this episode.
Oh, mate, I already got a perfect Australian accent, mate.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I have no clue why I decided to give Stay Puft an Australian accent. Maybe I thought it would be funny, but I will never understand why I did this. And originally, I was going to have him a rival that had a British accent, and it was going to be Ronan from the 2016 Ghostbuster movie, of all things. Like, I did have it planned, but I didn't think of anything from that other than, like, oh, he's British and he hates Stay Puft, and he looks like the dude, he looks like the Ghostbusters logo. But it got scrapped later on, because, yeah. I don't know where I was going to go with that idea if I actually did do it. This was recorded in a cafeteria at the same middle school I went to at the time, which, if you remember, was shown in Season 1 with At School, and you now kinda get to see more of it in the cafeteria. It was loud. And of course, this is the first appearance of Krika's older brother, Speedy. At the time Universe Happens, coincidentally, had the same Krika figure, I can't speak, but it didn't have the broken gun and actually had his left arm. What do you know? So we both decided that we should make him Krika's brother, and here we are. A character that barely shows up throughout the series and is barely mentioned. Beautiful. There's nothing else to say aside from this was just a stupid thing me and Universe Happens did during breakfast at school.
If I did that, my foot would not hurt.
Now I know what you're thinking. How does Krika have both arms? I thought he lost his arm when his planet died. Well, this was recorded way back before I started the channel. I'd say around maybe November 2018 or early 2019. I don't really remember. And for some reason, the beginning is just a freaking scary movie reference. I, for some reason, decided to add it because comedy at its best, lads.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Other than that, I can't really say anything else aside from how different my room looked. Holy mamma mia, look at the whole entire room. I had boxes stacked up, and I had an actual desk and monitor for an old PC that I used to have, which is different from the one that I have now that I'm using to freaking make some videos with and, yeah, stuff. If it wasn't obvious already, the title is a play on The Terminator. Now moving on. This weird character that with I think was the head from a Shocker mystery mini from Spider-Man Homecoming blind box or whatever, I don't remember. I thought it would be like I thought that it would just put it on a Goji and just have this be like a new character that would reappear from time to time throughout the series. But I don't know why I didn't do that. Like this is the only time you see him and he never comes back. Will I ever bring him back in Season 7? No, I doubt it, because I don't have the freaking Shocker head anymore. And I don't know where that Goji figure went, which I'm pretty sure was like a bootleg. My first condolences to freaking Five Nights at Frokies for completely just adding in Ennard and Ron into this episode. Why I decided to do that, I have no idea. I guess I was trying to get their attention, but it obviously failed, because why would a channel with around, like, 100,000 subs pay attention to somebody who only has like 300 something? who barely puts effort into his videos in terms of like literally anything, in my opinion. I was just looking back at this. I just forgot I made that noise from Croc when he's trying to run away from the exterminator, or Arbot as he is now known. Like, I have no idea why he's just Croc, you know? He's just like this weird dude, like this weird crocodile that's nothing like your average crocodile or alligator, whatever. He's just mentally just unstable, like me.
Be about that time again, Milady. It's time for Halloween.
Ah, yes, the first Halloween special voice crack. And it is probably up there with maybe one of my favorite episodes that I've done in the entire series because of the introduction of a character, which we will bring up in a little bit. Again, apologies, condolences, whatever you say. I can't speak to Five Nights at Freddy's for using a clip from his meme movie War that I used for the intro here because I'm not funny.
Hi. I am Spooky Duck.
And here it is, the very, very first appearance of Spoopy Duck. Legitimately, I didn't think this character would become recurring throughout the entire series, but yet here we are now with this little freaking orange, wide-eye, freaking goofy-eyed duck. I've legitimately grown to like him since he was one of my favorite characters in the entire series somehow. Probably because it's like he's kind of just insane with this goofy voice and the fact that he's just there. He's just I don't know why. It's just maybe because like how I introduced him and anything. It's just he's so goofy, you know. He's just this dude that's just trying to live, but can't because it makes everybody around him look crazy or something. Like bleh. But other than the fact that I stole a clip from a video and Spoopy Duck here, really there's nothing much to say about this episode because they're just watching Alvin and the Chipmunks meet the Wolfman or whatever, and there's really not much. Like, I have no idea why I thought of freaking Thomas going crazy from a Hershey's Kiss. And that's literally the entire episode. They just watch a movie, and yeah. From one new character to another, we get the first introduction of Captain Pump. If you don't know what I use to build him, I use a Roblox body as the base. I don't know what figure from Roblox it is. Some random 2x8 brick, some dome piece, I forgot which Lego set it was from, a pumpkin head from a Lego Ghost Rider and Spider-Man set, and a tiny stud to place this pirate hat which came from a Lego movie set.
And there's somehow a giant shark attacking cars at the beach. I told those cars never to go near the beach after that last time. Dude.
When they say that shark beach attack thing, that was supposed to be like I guess somewhat a running gag. I think I don't necessarily remember because during that time I recently got a new Hot Wheels set. And it was that one shark of where I don't remember the name of it, but I'll put it on screen right now. And I wanted to do like a little joke with it. I'm pretty sure it does pop in later on in I think this season or the rest of season 2 or in somewhere in season 3. This episode was originally supposed to establish Pump as a reoccurring villain throughout the series, but I for some reason didn't do that. But at least I kept him as a recurring character in the series, but he became an adventurer and father. Yes, I did say father. Because after the events of the freaking Scorpion thing, the freaking Scorpio wandered around, and then later on, Captain Pump found him and took him in. So now there you go, father and son duo, Kratos boy.
Strange new area.
I'm gonna be real with you, all of you. This episode is complete nothing. I recorded this while I was waiting in the car, and I had both Krika and Thomas with me, and decided, you know what, I'll record an episode. And it turned out to be boring as just them talking, and the only interesting thing is the setting of where they're just in a car after I got home from school, and I was just waiting for somebody. I'm not telling you who, because personal stuff. This was the last episode until the season was put on hiatus so I can work on the two creatures I call films. Or, if you want to go literal, it was both the end of days and the end of days nightfall. This episode was made around March, with episode 23 made at the very end of June, which is almost a 4 month gap. Now, it may not sound that bad compared to nowadays, but let me put you into consideration or whatever that these older episodes had no effort compared to the stuff nowadays, of where there was no script, there was no plot, there was no nothing. And these were made in over like in half an hour to an hour, depending on how long the video is. And somehow it took me 4 months and two creatures that I call movies to get episode 23 out. This intro, legit, I have no idea why I thought to make it like this, but I'm mixed about it nowadays. But I will say it's better than Season 3's intro, which we'll get to in the next Secrets video. When making this, I really tried to make this in a PG-13 kind of way. And how I went through this was having the character say gay in the first minute after the intro.
I was watching you while you slept. You gay? No.
We're getting edgy out here, lads. They're saying gay, let's go. Next you're telling me they're going to say HE double hockey sticks. This part where Orion gets mad at this NASCAR game, which is shown in the intro, which, by the way, is the intro for the rest of the freaking season after 23. And in this part, it was supposed to be this running gag of where, like, Orion was mad at this game because he really couldn't cause that big of crashes because Orion's a very, very violent person. And like me back then, I forgot to bring it back, so this and the intro, like I said, are the only parts of where he gets mad at the game. And when I say that you can't crash a car, I legit mean it. In that game, you can barely cause a car crash. But if you if you ever wanted to race in a NASCAR race, then the game's just for you. Ooh boy, the puppet. I have no idea what plans I had for this character other than it being an alternate universe version of the character, but that's literally it. He's just in this season. I forgot if he appeared in season 3, but I'm guessing we're gonna have to figure it out soon. If we do remember. But he serves no purpose. I don't know what he does. Like, I don't know what he would have done if I did actually continue to have him. Now we're in the time of where I lost Captain Pump's hat. That hat can sometimes fall off easily if I'm too rough with him, as some of you have seen probably like several times. Which is why you guys don't see him fight that often. And I lost it during this, so I thought, whatever, I'll find it later. So there you go. Not much to say about this episode because it's been years and I've been busy with other stuff like taxes. If you're wondering if this episode was based on any personal experience, I mean, nowadays it would have, but back then, not really. But somehow, this was made because I was watching a specific video from about like the show about strict parents during this and episode 27. I have no idea why I decided to make the episode like this and have a teacher just completely idiotic and just saying stuff like, "Oh, well, you know, the old Sonic movie design from the first trailer was the best design." Like, shut up.
No. I'm not a retard. My name is Mrs. D. I wonder what that D stands for.
I don't know if I've already said this before, but the girl voices that I've done throughout this entire show, whether it's like Queen Turd, Lucy, General Mayhem, Unikitty, characters in this, literally any girl voice that I've done in anything on this channel, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do that voice again. I'm legitimately being serious. If I put a female character in the show, I'm gonna try and get a person that can actually do a female voice, or just get a girl to do the voice in general. If I even can actually do it. But I will say this: the only reason why I would do the voice again if it's supposed to sound like that. So anybody out there who wants to put me in their show or movie or whatever, if you plan me to have me voice a female character, tell me that it's based off of the voice that I gave in this series, because if it isn't, then I'm not doing it, because I refuse to do a female voice again, because I hate my life. I did, and I always will.
The Waddle Dee after you, and he's gonna kill you.
The video they're watching was made by a friend I met on Xbox, and this was one of their only videos at the time. And I just went, let me reference, and here we are. If you couldn't tell, it's a Kirby video. And sadly, it's no longer public. I don't know if he deleted it or if it's just private or unlisted, who knows. So here's a remnant of it, and I'm pretty sure I showed it off in one of my old streams. The episode I might have forgotten, but this was made on the same day as Dumb School because I wanted the finale episode to be on the 4th of July. Just make it the 4th of July special. It's like, oh, go off with a bang, 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 bang. So I made several episodes the same day to stay on schedule. I was burnt out during that, and yet somehow I did it again with the next two episodes. I don't know why or how I managed to do that, but this ending, I have no idea why it went from a sequel to Orion versus Supermoon, of where it's supposed to be like a cooking show, and it just went to freaking Supermoon watching Sinbad, or mostly the openings, but at the end, mostly watching the movie. Which, by the way, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, is the best animated movie I've ever seen, and I will not be taking criticism over it because it's my opinion, and you can't have to say anything about it. If you don't like it, then I understand. As I said earlier, this and episode 25 were made when I was watching a lot of strict parent videos, or at least one strict parent video, and this was the one that took the most inspiration.
Go do the slosh pipe.
Go do the slosh pipe.
Now you're probably asking, how do these people know who Krika is? Who are they and where do they come from? Good question, since I never thought of that when making the episode. I never thought to give an explanation to anything in these older episodes. Just went, this happened, deal with it. Before moving on to the next part, it was like these had no effort, like none whatsoever. These episodes had no plot at all, and pretty much no script. Like nothing made sense until around season 5 with the Kong arc, of where the show actually started having actual plot, actual freaking, you know, plot and stuff that you would probably see in a average show. This was made the same day as the last episode, since again, wanted the finale to be the 4th of July special, so I had to take liberties to the final episode. And somehow this came out. And if you can tell, you can obviously tell that this was made the same day, since there's no effort. It's literally just Krika and Thomas looking through different shopping sites and have different listings, and it's just like, wait, how do you guys watch this? I don't know if you've watched these older episodes, but there's no way you're able to watch through this and think, this is a good show. It's not. It becomes at least an okay show later on, of where it actually has effort into it later on. But other than that, the show is just like, what am I even watching?
Delivery.
This episode was also kind of nothing. I mean, it's just me showing off that I got a DVD of Thomas and the Magic Railroad in the mail, which I somehow still have to this day. Although none of you care, so I don't know why I said that. Don't worry about that knocking, it was just a family member. We're just not going to talk about it, that's all you need to know. If you've also noticed, like aside from my room going through a lot of changes, my carpet floor looks like a complete mess with a lot of hair. I can't get over how much freaking hair there was back then on that floor. I did not care. I mean, thankfully, thankfully there isn't that much anymore where you can barely see it because I actually care about the well-being of my room. But, like, legitimately, if you were new to this channel back then, you had to look at that floor, you would have at least said something in the comments, because there's no way that you guys would have been dealing with, like, just seeing that carpet floor and being like, that's a good looking carpet. It was good, but the freaking hair made it look like that it had chicken pox or something like that. And it was so freaking weird. If you notice in this part why it's flickering, I don't know why. I mean, it wasn't because of the lights or anything. It was the camera. I don't know why it was doing that. And again, being glad that doesn't happen anymore since I mostly record at night since I have more free time at night.
I see you have the 4 sacrifices. Good.
Ooh boy. It's the guy you'll be seeing more of in season 7. Wink, wink, wee. I think this is his first appearance in the series, but I don't really remember. I'll explain more about him in the future, so I don't give too many details about him, because I want to keep him mostly a mystery for season 7, so you guys are somewhat blown away by him. Not entirely, but like somewhat, since you barely see any of him.
It's 4th of July.
So for starters, the original title was America Day, but I later changed it to where it now says 4th of July Special. Don't know why, so let's move on.
Don't care. 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, bullcrap. I do not care. It's the 4th of July.
Sometimes I look back at these episodes and question what happened to this energetic side of me. I used to sound like I was alive, and now I sound like I died 2 years ago from a traumatic experience. Or maybe I got older. Depends on what you think. Depends on what your headcanon is. Depends on what your mental state is. I'm guessing since I couldn't do anything crazy during this time, I decided to have the characters just watch Bullies Are a Pain in the Brain, since I thought it made a special. But who knows what I thought back then, since my brain is getting smoother as time goes on. Since I can't really, I'm done with high school. My brain was already smooth by then. To this day, I regret destroying those Funko Pops with Coraline and the other mother, because they are mostly expensive on eBay. But to be fair, I'm not big on Funko Pops most of the time because of the lack of mouths like this, since, like, as if they were the freaking Silent Hill movie poster, but with big swollen black eyes. And with that, we come up to another closing from this crappy, crappy, crappy series. And as per usual, the next video, the next Kings Boi Secrets video will be made around like 30 to 40 views, depending on how I'm feeling. But who knows? Who the frick fact patty whack knows? That's your concussion. Anyways, see you all next time. I wanna